The final battle awaits. The source of Lavos' power deep within its body. Yeah, it's Lavos, multi-armed, ugly thing. Yeah, and it opened quite strong, but not so strong that I simply cannot tank through that with some few magics. Robo's quite weak magic defense is a bit of a annoyance, but well, it doesn't matter. This is a final battle, and I have practically completely enough equipment to take on anything. Magus is just shrugging off those attacks. And Robo is dishing out those heals very quickly because of his haste helm, giving him double speed practically. Yeah, but it follows the basic path. There's 2 arms and 2 heads. And of course the heads are the most dangerous part. That was a big chunk of damage with a double bomb. I'd say that's one of the perhaps the most powerful moves of the entire game. And it's already lost its arms. And with loss of its arms, it can't do shit about defending. The basic core is much more weaker now, and it's some sort of abomination made from every life form on the planet ever, which would probably mean a shitload of stuff. Many of those attacks have very intimidating names. Just burn in the dark matter. I don't think Magus could have gone as far as this far alone, even if he had succeeded in his summoning move. Yeah, big chunk of damage from Luca. Oh, it spits fire. That's actually even a bit scary. Yeah, Magus is doing the most of the damage. Oh, next double bomb. Although those big flamey attacks, they do quite a big scary amount of damage. They are not irrecoverable with heals or mega elixirs. Oh, look at that random damage. Made a scratch. Oh, and it's boosting its attack power. No matter, I am boosting my defense attacking power as well. Take a fire tackle to your face. Take that, you genetic abomination of in eyes of God and man. Oh, and look at that, the core is already dead. But was that the end? Not so. For Lavos goes beyond just physical form. It has a spirit form. This somewhat humanoid bird-like thing. Actually, no. Similar concept came out much later in game series Dead Space about biology creatures being mashed together as a form of reproduction. Yep, Lavos is a marker. And this phase still follows the basic idea that it has 2-bit forms and a central form. And the bit on the left is the most weakest, but it's also the most easily killed. The center part, of course, is the most dangerous one. So let's just give it a taste of Omega Flare. Oh shit, it's doing this! That's the most powerful move Lavos has. Oh, look at that damage. It just almost wiped us out. Yeah, Mega Elixir time. Well, at least you saw the max attack delivered by Lavos, which isn't anything soft. Deliver the max bomb. Move. Quite nice chunk. Oh damn. Once more bit came back. But it doesn't do it for long. Quite painful attack. Maybe I should have upped the Robo's magic defense stat. What the hell just happened? Yeah, this battle actually has quite complicated mechanics, although I really don't see how they work except that the basic technique of... Oh damn it, this is bad. The status protection is now removed. And this also is quite unpleasant thing to be receiving. I hope it doesn't follow up with a Grand Stone, because if it does, that means it's a shitstorm. Alright, I got that part out. Yeah. Well, status restored. Done double bomb. Looks like we're in some sort of prehistoric era. Big chunk of damage. The middle bit. And even bigger chunk of damage. Oh, damn it. Come on, let me survive this move. I know Magus takes this without any problem, but how about the others? No, they didn't take it so well. Especially Robo, he didn't take it well at all. Ah, the center bit goes down, but it's the edge bit which is the most important part. Mega Elixir again. Oh damn it, and it's already bringing back the other bits. Yeah, it didn't stay down for long. But that bit, it's got only about 2000 damage, so it's taken out real fast. Wake up. And I'll just attack the center part, just because, hey. And of course, this final boss has so much of all kinds of different moves. And the right side bit is the most toughest, but it actually doesn't seem to do anything else except bring the other bits back to life again. It goes down. Lavos is dead and Chrono Trigger defeated or beaten. And Magus he didn't do the killing blow himself, but he was there killing it. What's day? Because, well, I was sentenced to death even for fucking wrong reasons. Nowhere. Besides, it's only a few days ago, you know, at most, because, well, this is just a regular. Now that's gonna be awkward. To see your ancestor over here show up. So yeah. King needs some character witnesses, and if his fucking ancestor doesn't work, nobody should. Yeah, look at Talk ahead. Yeah, it was just few days. If we just assume that the game would start at Friday when the Millennial Fair would begin, and this would be the ending parade at least 3 days later, because hey, Chrono was sentenced to be either be in jail for 3 days or to be executed in 3 days, so yeah, this would be Sunday and Monday evening. I'd say a bit bad selection for the fair. But there's lots of lights and all that kind of fanciness. Normally I have that kind of policy that I don't that I only show that part of the ending which actually serves some kind of plot driving and leave the ending credits out, but this time I think I'm gonna go for the whole 9 yards because of how great this game has an ending. And not just ending of this game, it's a more of an end of a generation, because if I remember right, this was the last game Squaresoft did for the Super Nintendo, so this is their swan song and goodbye for the system that they made very good games, and plentiful of them. And after this they would go to the Squaresoft. And this is also a playable part, although there isn't much point. I can even talk to the Melchior. Well, he's been around thousands of years, so he knows. And Lucas' mother and father as well. Although I'm quite certain that they left out the fancy part of saving the future thing out of the official record. Because who would believe that story? Or who would want to believe such story? It would be better to just to say that by weird coincidences, Princess managed to find herself a mate, or boyfriend, however you wanna call it, a possible spouse, which of course gives stability to the reigning house, and of course the end of the Millennial Fair itself. That might be the official statement. But the gate is still working. And it's time to give goodbyes to our friends. They have no other moment than here. Well, Ayla is very good looks, so it didn't work! Prince transform. Oh, maybe because, well, Frog most likely wasn't a prince, he was merely turned to frog. Magus was quite certain. Yeah. And he's got our own mission to do, to find Shala. And there's been an extended version which makes it quite obvious that no, it doesn't happen. Or at least not in a way which would be make channels feel better. Well, humors. Robo really feels this kind of carefree character because hey, he's immortal, so he can always has time to get new friends and all that. He's in a sense constant. But those who are of the actual time are now there alone, having filled their job. Oh, what is this? Chrono's mom and cats. Oh damn! That's very comedic. Oh damn! Oh yeah, it looks like there's a need to time machine is still a purpose. Try to go search for Chrono's mom. Bell. Replace the old one. Because there's still somebody still in some other moment of time, most likely causing a mess. I only dare to say that this was a great journey, still a great journey, done by the all-star team of JRPGs. It ended an era, and it did it great. And this is a magnificent ending to this kind of game. It's heartwarming, yet also sad. And I do say that this ending music itself is one of the best ever composed to this kind of purpose. Such a beautiful little blue marble floating in darkness. Oh yeah, Ted Woolsey. He was quite significant translator for the in JRPGs, and Wu had a method of more like conceptual translation instead of a completely literal one, and well, meaning that the idea must be delivered better than the actual word for word translation. It didn't always work perfectly, but it usually had, because, well, in this game, Sharla's name was originally Sarah, because that's an exotic sounding name for Japanese, but not for English speaking audience, so it was changed to Shala. Practical reason. The end of many things.